Come in. The final cuts of the men's swimwear line, they're done. When can I approve them? Well, they're on the hallway right now. Good, send them in. Okay. Oh, fellas. Wow, this is great. It's fun, colorful, and comfortable, but not too casual. Was this treated with belief? Yeah, it was. It's not really simple enough. Book me some time in the lab. There might be an aberration with the new belief formula. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks a lot. Just make sure you talk with the lab because I don't want any belief treatments going out till I check on them, okay? You got it. More models? Don't I wish? Come in.
There you are. Just the person I wanted to see. Boy, have I got news for you.
Really?
Yes.
Thorne, how could you do this to me? How could you propose to Macy? Didn't I mean anything to you? Anthony.
Have you seen this?
It's awful.
My phone's been ringing off the hook all morning.
Yeah, mine too.
Have you heard from Thorne?
Look, Anthony, I don't want to talk to him. I know what he's gonna say. We both do. He and Macy are in love. You know, the concert, her illness, it brought them back together. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I do. I planned the most special night of my life. This is how it turns out. On the front page, the biggest joke of the year. My God, I thought this woman cared about me. How could she be so cruel?
Anthony, I know it hurts. Believe me, I know exactly what you're feeling.
Thank you. Good morning, Princess.
Good morning.
What would you like, my lady?
Nothing. The children are expecting me.
Have you time to join us for a cup of tea? Please, sit.
Where's Mr. Mackenzie?
He'll be here shortly.
Omar, I need to speak to you about something. I need to talk to you about Mr. Mackenzie. I know that you like him.
You still
but
have reservations about him?
he makes me uncomfortable.
Leila, we've already discussed this.
Omar, please, just hear me out. I don't think you realize how difficult the situation is for me. I mean, I'm trying to adjust to my new life here, and I was doing a wonderful job at it, and then Mr. Mackenzie arrives, and I'm forced to wear a disguise in my own home.
But he'll be gone soon.
Well, I want him gone now.
Today.
Yes, he doesn't belong here.
Leila, if we send him off like this, it'll only arouse his suspicions.
I'm willing to take that chance.
You would risk everything to have this man out of our lives. Why, Leila? What is it about this Mr. Mackenzie that so troubles you?
Good morning, Mr. Mackenzie.
Ah, Mr. Mackenzie.
Good morning, Prince Omar. Princess Leila.
How nice of you to join us.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Not at all. Would you like something to eat?
Yes, please. I don't like to work on an empty stomach.
Of course. So, are you ready to start the book?
Well, the question is, are you? There is so much about you, Prince Omar, that I want to know. I expect this interview to be very enlightening. Are you ready? Are you ready to answer all of my questions?
Yes, Mr. Mackenzie. I am.
Excuse me.
Princess Leila all right?
Of course.
She left so abruptly.
She just can't bear to keep the children waiting. Shall we begin?
Where would you like to start?
Ask me anything you want.
Do you mind if I record this?
Not at all.
Where were you educated?
Oxford University, mainly.
Would you credit your education at Oxford for your success as a leader?
No, for that I credit my father. I'm still learning from his example. See, Mr. Mackenzie, I have a responsibility to the people of my country. I must learn how to guide them, teach them, help them to maturity as a father would with his children.
You have a very personal relationship with your subjects.
I do now, but it wasn't always so. There was a time when my only concern was myself. I had become a recluse. I shut myself up in the palace and shunned the world.
Why?
Because Fatima, the woman I was supposed to marry, was kidnapped by rebels on the day before our wedding. I blamed myself and my role as the prince for that tragic loss.
But eventually you did return to your duties as prince.
Yes, I did. I could not save Fatima from the political turmoil of the past, but I did help to protect my people from its dangers. After all, they deserve to live in a peaceful land, free and happy, knowing the joys of life. Ah, Mr. Mackenzie, there is still so much to be done. Leila and I have made many plans.
I didn't realize Princess Leila was so involved in affairs of state.
Officially, she is not. But Leila is a woman of uncommon intelligence and compassion. Her insights are invaluable to me. Ever since she has come into my life, I have found a new drive, a passion that I didn't know existed within me.
How did this transformation occur, Your Excellency? How did Princess Leila come into your life?
Princess Leila, what is wrong?
That man, he has no right to be here.
Mr. Mackenzie?
Yes, Mr. Mackenzie, I want him out of the palace.
Why?
Because he's asking too many questions.
But he must, for Prince Omar's biography.
But this is my life, Yasmin. I've accepted it. It wasn't easy, but I did it. I gave up my past so my children and Ridge's children could have the future that they deserve. But Mr. Mackenzie doesn't understand that. He just wants answers to his questions. He could ruin everything.
Princess Leila, we missed you.
Good morning. Good morning, children.
Good morning, Princess Leila.
How are you today?
Fine. Good.
How are you, Princess?
I'm fine. Fine, thank you, Dracena.
Many of the children have colds.
Oh, well, shouldn't some of them be in bed?
No.
Ahmed felt they were well enough to come and see you.
I am not ill, Your Highness.
Well, that is good, Monsieur. But you know, you have to take your vitamins and you have to eat your vegetables.
Yuck.
What do you mean, yuck? You have to take your vitamins or you won't grow up big and strong.
Like Prince Omar.
Yes, like Prince Omar. All right, now what do you want to do today?
We want a story, Princess Leila.
Football.
Tell us a story, Princess Leila.
I don't want to hear a story.
I do.
Football.
Story.
Football.
Story.
No, we're playing football. Story. Football.
Stop it! Children! Get up. Stop it. Stop it. What's going on?
I took your advice.
You talked to Macy?
I went to the hospital and I told her exactly how I felt about her.
Well, did she listen? What happened? Don't keep me in suspense.
Look, maybe I should just leave you two alone.
No, Sheila, stay. I want to share this with everybody.
Sounds like things went well.
Better than I ever expected. First of all, let me tell you that the operation was a success. Macy is going to be fine.
Oh, good.
But I explained to her that the cancer was not the issue here and that no matter what, I was not going to leave her. And then this incredible feeling came over me. It was the most intense sense of release I have ever felt. And I knew that I was doing the right thing. And for the first time, I opened up to this woman completely. It was amazing.
Well, what did she say?
Well, she didn't say anything at first. And then she told me that she felt the same way about me. And that she loves me.
That's wonderful.
That's not the best part. We're engaged.
What?
Macy and I are getting remarried.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for you.
And I am so thankful to you. If you hadn't convinced me to go to that hospital, none of this would be happening right now.
Well, you and Macy deserved a second chance. You made it happen.
I am not gonna waste one moment of this, Brooke. Whatever lies ahead, we are gonna go through it together. Nothing is gonna come between us, not ever again.
Oh.
How can they print these things?
It's true, every word.
Without any thought or consideration, they dumped us. And now it's a major scandal.
Tinseltown is infamous for its short-lived celebrity romances, but this has to be a first. Fashion designer Anthony Armando's marriage ended even before it began. In what was probably the most embarrassing PR mistake of the year, Armando invited the press to a party thrown to honor his lady love, Macy Alexander. While cameras rolled and flash bulbs blazed, the overzealous Armando popped the question and Alexander burst his bubble. Macy responded to his public proposal by announcing her engagement to her singing partner and ex-husband Thorne Forrester. Armando looked on, horrified. Equally baffled was supermodel Ivana, who has been hot and heavy with Forrester since the summer. Armando and Ivana had no comments on the upcoming nuptials. But Ivana's press agent admitted that neither he nor his client had any knowledge of this clandestine romance.
Anthony, stop it.
My God, they call us unwitting dupes.
Nobody dupes me. Nobody.
Well, Thorne did. And I never would have let him get this close to Macy if I knew he was going to pull a stunt like this. My God, the entire time he was romancing her, he was using you.
Is that all I was to him? A cover?
Well, he had to make it appear that he was devoted to you, so I wouldn't get suspicious, so I would not get in the way. My God, I loved Macy. We could have had a wonderful life together if it wasn't for Thorne.
Well, it's his fault then, isn't it?
No question. But the question is, what are we going to do about it? Because we have to do something. We can't let Thorne get away with this. We just can't.
You want to know how Leila and I met?
She's had such a positive effect on your life. I think it's an important part of the story.
It is. It's really quite a remarkable story.
I'd like to hear it.
I'm afraid I can't discuss that, Mr. Mackenzie. Too many questions would be raised. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you how I met Leila, but I just don't want that in the biography.
Why don't you tell me anyway? Off the record.
What purpose would that serve?
Prince Omar, a first-rate biographer is a lot like a psychiatrist. I have to get inside your head. I need to know everything about you so that I can create an accurate composite of your character. You have to trust me.
I do.
I give you my word. Absolutely nothing that you tell me in confidence will ever appear in print.
I will tell you as much as I can. I met Princess Leila while visiting Casablanca Hospital several months ago. She was a patient. She had been severely beaten and left for dead on the streets of Casablanca. She had no identification, but it was clear even then that she was not from Morocco. My princess is a Westerner. So when the hospital could no longer afford her the treatment that she needed, I brought her to the palace. Shortly thereafter, she regained consciousness. But, as is often the case with comatose victims, her memory was slow to return. She couldn't tell us who she was or how she came to be in Morocco. I even hired detectives, but they came up with nothing.
You still don't know who she is?
She is my wife, Mr. Mackenzie. And I know everything I need to know about her. She is a kind, caring, compassionate woman, and I love her very much.
What about the princess? How does she feel about this?
Princess Leila has accepted Morocco as her home. She has no interest in the past. Her only concern is for the future. And she has dedicated her life to me and the children.
The orphans?
Yes. She loves them as if they were her own.
That is an amazing story. It explains a lot.
Explains what?
The princess hasn't exactly been very comfortable around me.
She fears the scandal that might result from her exposure.
Sire, I don't wish her any harm. Perhaps if I could assure her that I would never publish any of her story, then maybe she'd be more at ease with me.
That's, possible?
Would you mind if I spoke to her privately?
Not at all. She's with the children. The servants will show you the way. Hassan?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mackenzie.
Good news.
I've never seen Thorne so excited.
I know. He's waited for this for a long time.
Well, I guess it shows that patience really pays off.
It certainly did for Thorne and Macy.
And for you and Ridge. I only wish I had that hope for Eric and me.
You don't?
Oh, I'd like to. I'd like to believe that we can work out our problems, but for now, our relationship is definitely on hold.
I heard James had to postpone the counseling session with you.
Yeah. And luckily, Eric agreed to not move out of the house. Not until James comes back and we have some more therapy sessions.
When will that be?
I have no idea. I haven't heard from him since he left the country. I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of James. Would you?
No, I wouldn't. Believe me, I'm as stumped about all this as you are. James is going to have to do some explaining when he gets back home.
Mansour, come here. I know you want to play football, but some of the other children don't feel well, and they can't join in. And they want to hear a story. Now, that's something everyone can enjoy.
Not me.
Give it a chance. You might like it, okay? Go on, sit down. Children, I want you all to listen to me, okay? Sometimes we have to do things to help other people. It might be difficult. It may not be exactly what we want to do, but it's worth it if it makes things better for the whole group. That's what is called making a sacrifice. Do you understand, Monsieur?
Yes, Princess Leila.
Good.
It is time for lunch, children.
Okay, come on, time for lunch. And don't forget to eat your vegetables. Okay, go on. When you come back, I'll read you a story.
I never realized you were so good with children, or that you had such a talent for accents.
What do you want?
We have to talk.
I don't have anything to say to you, Mr. Mackenzie.
My name is James Warwick, and you know it as well as anybody. And I have a lot of questions for you, and I'm not leaving this room.
You don't
until
have
I
any
get
right to
answers.
ask me any questions. Go!
You listen to me. I want to know why you're alive and nobody knows it. Now, you tell me what you're doing here, or so help me God, there isn't one person left on this earth who will not know your story. I swear I'll do it. Now, when I let you go, don't yell for the guards. I want you to tell me everything. All right, Taylor? Everything.